Okay, so often we'll talk about how to lose weight, lose body fat, lean out. Um, I love to flip that, and for those who are looking to gain, those who are looking to gain muscle, gain size, put on size. Uh, Here are some helpful thoughts. We'll go to three. Okay, one, the first thing is you need to be in a caloric surplus. Now, depending on how big that surplus is could be indicative of putting on some extra body fat. Now, that might be something that, depending on how much size you're trying to gain, I'll call it a lean gain, is a much longer, harder, and more tedious process. So if the goal is to, potentially over the next 90 days, put on size, or some would call it bulk, there might be an acceptance of putting on a little body fat during that process. Full transparency, when I attempted to do a bulking phase, or a put weight on phase, I should say, someone who it's always been a little harder to gain weight. The minute that I started to lose definition, I was confronted with a lot of unique experiences that and health things that I really just began to question what it is I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So I just present that as a willingness to accept if I am going to put on a little bit of size and extra weight in places that maybe I've worked really hard to not have. So consideration number one. But regardless, you need to be in a caloric surplus. Safe is anywhere in the ballpark of 250 to additional 500 calories per day across the span of time. Okay, so maybe that's 8 weeks, 12 weeks time frame, and then we go to a maintenance phase. So number one is caloric surplus. Number two would be, I would probably bump up that protein target of 1 gram per pound of body weight to maybe 1.2. So I'm getting in a little extra protein, which is, I don't want to say meaningless, but it needs to be paired with number three. And number three is you need to be doing resistance training, which is moving challenging loads in a barbell, a dumbbell, kettlebell, things of that nature, putting your body through stress, and then the nutrition creates the recovery and the sleep, which would be bonus number 4, 8 to 10 hours, which is, I feel like as we get older, maybe into our 30s and beyond, 10 hours, I've met very few people who can achieve that target. 7 to 8 is more the sweet spot, and what I feel I hear in the general age population from that 30s, 40s and up. So if you are a little younger and you have that opportunity to catch up on sleep, I mean, my gosh, amazing, because that's where all the recovery, the growth hormones, all that stuff's released over through the nighttime. So sleep's really important. That would be number 4. But backing up to resistance training, a steady, consistent, progressive program that is constantly challenging our muscle tissue. We're lifting, and we're always in that range of, I would say, an 8 to 9 out of RPE, leaving 1 or 2 reps in the tank. So those, I'll say 4 things: caloric surplus, 1.2 grams per pound of body weight and protein. We would need to be resistance training 3 to 5 times a week intelligently. Get a coach if you don't have one. If you do have one, follow and trust your program. And then 4 would be sleep, 7 to, again, we'll say up to 10 hours if you can get that. Those factors over time are how you would then begin to gain size, gain muscle, gain strength, all of that, and you'd see your weight go up. So hope that's helpful for you.